Come on in.
Come on in. Blunt Talk is here, y'all. We up, we running, and we ready for you. So come on in and join us.
Please don't go for no artificial blunts.
Okay.
I heard there's artificial blunts on the internet.
Well,
that's what we need to talk about.
And my son told me we need to retitle the show "The Real Blunt Talk."
The Real Blunt Talk.
The Real Blunt Talk.
Actually, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna recall it. We're gonna relabel Navita's invention because we want to give credit where credit's due to the Real Blunt Talk. You know what I'm saying? Because that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, well,
it is what it is. But we had, you said it was any current events. We got some current events surrounding us.
We got the Real Blunt Talk in here.
You know what happened those couple of weeks that we missed? Somebody tried to come in and fill that space.
Yeah.
I ain't slick.
Well.
I'm about to hit up our email list to let them know that we are live.
We are live. We are live, and we are back. Okay, so he told me to send him this. So y'all come on in. We're gonna give it a minute to come on in. But anybody got any current events they want to talk about at the moment?
Well, I mean, I just want to stress.
Okay, well, you need to be specific. If you're gonna discuss it, be specific.
You know, I ain't never specific.
So, we have a person who has decided to start, and they have affiliation with Columbus, Ohio, and they decided to start.
Okay, well, let's keep it. The Unbossed Network. Unbossed Network has started a show called Blunt Talk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, exactly like we got Blunt Talk. As if we don't have Blunt Talk. You know what I'm saying? And no people within our circle.
Yeah, so it's like the person, I would think the person knew because I've dealt with this person before. And I think they would know that we have this show going on, but I don't know.
We need to get that motherfucker telephone call.
You know what I'm saying? I sent them a message to let them know that, that we already got a show and everything called that out of Columbus. But, we'll see where that goes. I'm hoping that, that we could come to some understanding about that.
We ain't talking about no agreements. We talking about understanding.
Yeah, understanding about that for sure. So hold on one second. I'm trying to send some people are asking me to send them the link to the show.
What? You got more than one person that want to come on?
Figure out how to do it to their text because you know what? I know what to do. Okay, here we go. So. What's current event news though? Anybody got something they can?
Now one of the reasons that we want people to start going to gnj.media is that I don't know if y'all following what's going on with Facebook and what's going on with the government and all these inquiries that they're having. They just had TikTok up on Capitol Hill. They had all of the social media piece. Something big is about to happen. So it's important, family, that you start, like I said, for us, going to gnj.media, and for some of the other stuff that you are fans of, you need to start really, really plugging in to those things because they may not be available. We don't know how the web is going to be changed by the stuff that's coming out right now. I want y'all to be clear because it ain't gonna be for our benefit. You know what I'm saying? So be ready. Some stuff is going down. Some fuckery is afoot.
Okay, I'm having some issues here.
You need help? What you need?
No, I got it. Wow, this is tripping. Okay. I'm trying to tag a few people before we get started. Wow, this thing is being real shifty to me, people. Huh. Well, I know one thing that's been in the news lately is this beef with Lil Nas X and Lil Boosie. Now, they've been going back and forth with one another, and I guess that Lil Nas X said, hey, I got a song coming out with Lil Boosie. He put that on whatever that social media was.
Oh, stop.
Yeah,
Stop.
he did it. He said he was doing a song with Lil Boosie. So Lil Boosie respond back and said that I ain't doing no song with you, you fag. And
No, he didn't.
yeah,
No.
he did. And he
He
said
fell right for it.
fell right for the okie doke. Called the man a fag and said some type of shit. Why don't you just do everybody a favor and just commit suicide?
No, he didn't.
Nobody wants you here.
Boozy.
Yeah, Boosie.
Where is, see, this is why you got to roll with Tribe. Somebody should have been to be like, nigga, give me your goddamn phone. What is you
know
doing?
What I'm saying?
What is you doing? You know what I'm saying? But Boozy got, you know what I'm saying, he been, you know, he pretty savvy on that stuff too. So just like Lil Nas X is working his thing, maybe Boozy got a backup plan as well.
Well, hell, could you imagine if they did do a damn song together, how much money that motherfucker would make though with all the shit? Yeah, everybody would be on that shit probably. Also, I don't know why I'm trying to tag certain people and they are not showing up, and I know we're Facebook friends. This is crazy. Wow.
Told y'all. Told you better come to GNJ.media. Join us over at GNJ.media. Speaking of that, let me make sure.
I can't believe this.
I do. Family, so like I said,
Freedom's name ain't coming up. Nobody.
Stop playing.
Nobody. It's my.
Can you send it to me? And let me see if Freedom is on mine.
I sent her the link on her end thing, but I can't send her. I can't tag her for whatever reason.
You got that stuff that hooked up
in the video.
Everything's hooked up.
Yeah, it's this.
They're fucking with her Facebook page. Somehow her Facebook page is being messed with.
This is crazy. Wow. Okay. None of my friends are popping up that I can tag in the video. Absolutely crazy. They might have me blocked on something. Who knows? You know how they do me. I mean, this page has been relatively safe, but I don't know why all of a sudden certain friends of mine just ain't showing up. And these are my regular people who watch the show and who have even inboxed me today to ask me about the show. So I don't get it. But anyway, let's get to a topic real quick. Somebody bring it on up. We was talking about, okay, here we go. Do black people seem to need white validation? Does it hold more weight when they hear it from white people versus when they hear it from a black person? What do you think, Hatim?
Without a shadow of a doubt. And the other thing that helped with that, you know, they'll listen more to a black person that has been certified by a white person or a white institution. Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
Give me an example.
All right, for example, as I walked into your house today, you was watching an episode of what was it?
The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club, and it was a white woman on there talking about how many endorphins and dopamine was released as you gave a person a high five. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was telling you how, you know, that we should do this more. I'm sorry about these. I got all these plants and these damn naps. We need to be doing more high-fiving because, you know, it is something that is, it increases your dopamine. You should high-five yourself every day and have the high-five, nice. How it, you know, is something that we should do. And, you know, what do you think about that, Hatim?
The issue that I take with it is the fact that that's something that we have been doing. We don't do high five. We do the embrace.
We do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We do the cheek.
For years we've been doing this. Remember the give me five.
Give me five.
You know,
now we doing the grip.
That was considered ghetto shit,
right?
Whatever. But now the white woman's saying that it's a necessity to make through life.
Right.
It gives you that, you know, emotional satisfaction that you will need. It acts as if it's dopamine.
And it's been a cultural.
So she has now validated it amongst black folks that, you know what, but I mean, of course, they never mentioned anything about black folks been doing that shit since as long as I can remember. But that didn't get mentioned though. So it really comes off like it's her idea that this is a good thing to do. And it's been a part, like Tim said, it's been a part of our culture for years. But one thing I did notice that she's made all these claims. She has a few books, and I have heard one person on the show yet to ask her where did she get her degrees from.
Mm.
And I've seen several of our own speakers in our own community, and when they make these claims, other Black people want to know where they got their degree from.
But that goes back to your question.
Yeah, they needed that white validation. She don't even have to get the validation because her white skin.
I'm white and I say so.
Okay, so Rick said her white skin gave her the fucking validation. But it seems like a lot of Black people, before I could tell somebody something and they'll look at me like I'm crazy. But then let the white folks tell them, and then they'll come to me like I never even fucking said anything. I'm like, I told your ass that shit
3 years ago.
3 years ago, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But what you got to say, Lumala?
Well, what I have to say is that part of that documentation, if you want to call it that, has been done by our people who we go to see, go to speak to. They are quoting white people. You know what I'm saying? Our people are quoting white people rather than try to look for Black people that they can quote to us. And that's one of the things that, has gotten that validation validated because, when our people do it, we remember it. We already living in America,
right?
With this shit going on inside of us because they are the ones who have taught us. Like I was in Cincinnati a couple of weeks ago, and this guy, he was quoting somebody, and then I quoted Marcus Garvey.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he tried to convince me that, it's not Marcus Garvey who we're talking about. Well, I said, well, who we talking about then? If it's not Marcus Garvey. You know what I mean? Because he tried to put this guy in between Marcus Garvey, that putting Marcus Garvey below that, so he can validate this white guy. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And he, he done wrote a book, you know what I'm saying? So I said, well, in the end, he said, well, I can see why, you talk about reading and reading and reading because you sell books. I said, that's not the only reason why I am quoting Marcus Garvey or talking about books or talking about reading. Is for number two is that our people, most of them have given up on reading, has given up on it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can give up on it if you want to, but you're going to have to get that information from somewhere.
Well, that's so you.
And if you don't get it from white people who have wrote books, then you're going to get it from Black people that wrote books. And we tend to spend a lot of time getting it from white people who have done the same thing.
But, it seems like to me, like I said before, like you can have a whole conversation with, like I remember having a conversation with someone and I was telling them about Planned Parenthood and its history. And they just shot me down.
Margaret Singer.
Margaret Singer.
Yeah.
That's a singer.
Okay. And they shot me down like, no, that's not true, this and that. And then about a year or so later, it was like, well, I don't feel that way no more.
Because you were saying that.
Because I was saying that it had to be, I was on that black sheet. It couldn't be that I knew what the fuck I was talking about. Because you best believe I'm a researcher and I'm not going to be doing nothing that I didn't do to say nothing about anything I haven't did the research about first.
Yeah, so, so if anybody got anything nice to say, come on in and say it. You know what I'm saying?
We can open up the lines if you want.
If you got any questions, come on in and give it some validation, your question, because we're here to help clear up some of the airways.
All right. So, and also, And somebody brought this to my attention. They wanted us to address this today.
Uh-oh.
All right. It's a kind of touchy subject,
Touchy.
but can a man
Touchy.
come back from being gay? I guess I would want to say.
What?
Can he come back? Like, can you be gay
Can
and then go
you
straight?
be risen? Can you rise up like
And
Jesus
then-
did the dead?
And be straight and then date straight women? And is that a successful transition?
I think
I'm gonna look for
Open the lines, by the way.
You know what? I think that can. I don't know. And I'm gonna go out on a limb to say, if you got raped as a man by a whole gang of people,
The whole gang?
by a whole gang of other men,
Okay.
that may give you some validation to say, my manhood was taken from me. But for you to kind of like just fell in that hole,
Oh.
and you didn't want to get out,
Brother.
That's a bad choice of words.
Brother.
That's a bad.
Brother.
You fell in that hole?
The hole. You fell in the hole?
You fell in this hole.
Fell in that hole.
This hole, not.
You try to clean it up now. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know if I'm talking. I don't know if I'm just trying to bring two things into play.
Yes, you
are. Okay.
I'm trying to bring two things into play.
Yes, you are.
If you just think that you're gay and you have been miscuous about your relationship, and you had a relationship with a man and you liked it and stuff like that, and y'all have been partners or whatever the case may be, I think for you to come out of that is a lot difficult. It's a lot difficult. And I don't think that you can.
Well, I wasn't talking about in the aspects of being gang raped.
Well,
you would
I was just saying in the dating.
It came upon you and they just took it from you.
A gang of motherfuckers.
They stripped your manhood piece by piece.
You may be, I said that to say that, if you have been gang raped, right, then you may have a validation that you are not gay.
Stop. Wait, hold on.
What the fuck
Wait, stop.
What's
Stop.
What's
See,
wrong
wait,
with
but
that?
the question she asked, brother.
Even
Stop, hold on. You gonna have us off this motherfucker in about 2 minutes. We about to get shut down. Hold on. She asked the question.
Is my lighter over there?
If I'm correct, let me just restate it. The question was, if a man is gay, can he come back on this side of the track?
But you gotta talk about how he became that.
Oh, well, no, that's a whole nother comment.
I don't think
a lot
of gay dudes is out here.
You just can't be like motherfucking gay.
Listen, that's what she's talking about. Now, hold on. See,
I can't answer that question like that.
Okay.
Shit.
Well, just say you can't answer the question.
He can say what he want to say.
I mean, he can say what he want to say, but God
saying that.
Woo.
If you been gang raped, then you ain't coming back from that.
Because
no, he said you can't. You get a card to come back into.
I say if you've been gang raped, and it wasn't your fault, because you ain't gonna tell me you're gonna be able to beat up a whole bunch of motherfuckers, right? You ain't gonna beat up no whole bunch of motherfuckers.
Hold on. Stop. Hold on. I'm just trying to imagine in any type of rape, right? Again, how could it be your fault? I mean, like okay. I'm just saying. All right.
Let the elders speak.
I'm just saying.
If you gang raped, it ain't your fault.
Look. You could have a reason to say I'm not gay.
If you've been gang raped.
Otherwise, and you probably can come through that, because if you got gang raped and ain't nobody never did that to you again, you know what I'm saying? Just like if you killed the motherfucker, right? Just like if you shot a person, right? And you killed them, right?
Right.
And you never killed them again. You're not a murderer. You ain't no murderer.
Wait.
You ain't no murderer. Stop.
He gonna
no
kill him
murderer.
twice. He gonna kill him twice. He said,
Hey, you don't kill him again.
Well, if you don't ever kill again, you're not a murderer.
Oh, so you don't. Okay. All right, but all right.
Just like if you killed the person who was part of the gang who raped you, you ain't no murderer.
okay, stop making me laugh. So, okay, well, his analogy is if you've been gang raped, man, you've been gang raped.
But to answer the question, see, that's stuff. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all want with that. But I'll say this here in my.
It ain't us we gotta worry about. It's what they gonna do with that shit.
It ain't nothing they gonna do. Go ahead.
But you can say what y'all can handle it any kind of way you want to. But there are a reason why people are what they are.
Okay.
There are reasons for that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And if you say that, can a gay person be straight? We have to find out, well, how you become gay from the first beginning. How the person became gay from the beginning.
All right. So
okay. So however you became gay.
However you because let's say like that. However you became gay.
Whether you were born that way or
ain't nobody born gay.
Some people might.
Ain't nobody born gay. You know, I mean, if you say you believe in God, whoever that is out there, you know, God made. The Christians say God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to kind of like, because we talking to a whole bunch of folks out there.
We are talking to a whole bunch of people, right? But the issue is because now you done took it. We on a whole nother conversation.
Hold on, let me get Freedom in here real quick.
I don't know if Freedom want to touch this.
Freedom, can you hear us?
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
I can't hear her.
Hold on, Freedom. Check 1, check 2. Check your mic, Freedom.
Check your mic, Freedom.
Check 1, check 2. Our mic is on.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I know what might be wrong. Let's try this.
Hold on a second, because I want to get her opinion on this one.
Well, you don't want mine? Shit.
Yeah, we want yours. We want everybody.
Try it, Freedom. Try to speak now.
Hey.
No? All right. Now it's... Oh. So it says it's on. Oh, you got speakers, Yeti. No, it's going through the Yeti. So I need to go on in here to settings.
Hold on 1 second.
Audio output. We want speaker real talk audio. Try now. Say something now.
Hey.
Check 1.
Okay, we can hear you now.
Yeah, L said he could hear me. Y'all just couldn't.
Right.
You guys couldn't.
It was going through the mic, so we wouldn't be able to hear you, but we need to be able to hear you. Because I can't read lips. So
what's up? What's up, Blunt Talk?
What's going on? Look.
The original Blunt Talk.
Okay, right. We got some.
What y'all playing?
So look, I want you to weigh in. Did you hear Lumala's explanation about,
Yeah, God made Adam and Eve, not Steve.
Well, he said a little bit. What are you doing?
Well, I don't think God made Adam or Eve either like that.
Well, I know that, but I just was using that as one of the.
I feel like this. I feel like some people do develop in a myriad of different ways the older they get. I wouldn't say, I wouldn't make that statement that nobody's born gay, because there's too many people I know that would tell you they've been having those feelings since they were a small kid.
Shit, they got feelings that people want to kill people, but then you can't go out there and be no murderer.
But nevertheless.
Yeah, but that's different than being doing some harm to somebody, though. That's
right. But Lumala said if you've been gang raped.
I'm sorry, and anybody that experienced that, we're not laughing at that.
Right, we're not. Absolutely not, because I actually know people that's happened to.
I guess you was in the moment of your gang rape, you was gay, I guess, and you come back
I
from
do
that.
think I do think that for a lot of people that are gay, some sort of trauma is behind it. I do.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Now, do you think that um, they can be a person can be gay and then go straight?
I mean, people do. This is a better question. Could you accept a man that had sex with another man? Could you accept him back?
And that's what I say. Does he have that's the question? Like, can they come in
That
and what is it like for them once
So
they cross over back to the straight thing? And
is
I personally,
because that would be a question more for women rather than for us.
yeah, well, I wouldn't want to date nobody that had dick in their mouth.
I wouldn't want to date a man that's been with another man. I
Well,
wouldn't want that. But I
But
see that
how you about that shit?
a lot of men feel differently about women.
so I'm going to ask you though. Do you think a man can be gay and go straight?
Well, we know that because we got bisexual dudes that.
But bisexual is gay.
But you said so they would declare themselves gay and then they flip back.
And say they don't like men's no more.
But you done had a dick in your.
I don't think there's any flipping
I
back
don't.
once
I think
once
that's
you
more
done had
confused because I think
penis
you
and
don't know
balls.
what you are.
What's up? Shout out to Terrence Scott. So
Shout out. I don't think once a man has had another man, he's been entered by another man. The straight thing after that just goes way over my head.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
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 To
So
Why
me,
would you
you're
want to? I mean, like I said, why would you want to go? What reason are you changing your mind? Are you changing your mind out of guilt? Are you changing your mind? What's going on
some.
with
I
you?
know some people change their minds, religious convictions. I remember hearing the
right,
gospel
I don't
singer.
trust. I would that type of thing. I don't think it happened because I don't trust that because that is something that's done out of guilt, and you're suppressing
I
something
agree,
that
but
will
you know
come
the
back
gospel
and
singer
destroy
Donnie
everything around you.
McClurkin.
yeah, I remember Donnie McClurkin.
He came out with that. He had experiences when he was, through his life, and when he became saved, he just wanted to be with a woman. He wanted to live a straight life, and he was talking about how hard that was because people still looked at him,
Yeah.
as gay.
And I mean,
And he probably still doing a little closet work.
So right. So can you really go back? I see a lot of women do it all the time.
See,
Women
yeah,
but
and
now.
that's the
Women,
thing.
women,
Why is it different for women?
why is it different for women?
There's
The
this.
double standard.
Yes, it
To
is.
me, because of the fantasy of it that I think men created, having two women was like this status thing.
It, 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 I'm sorry, it just tickles my soul.
women has been known to be the takers in society.
No, the receivers.
The receivers, the takers, the take in,
Oh, okay.
take in,
Take in.
Right,
receiving,
right.
all of that.
So they ain't really had nothing. I really break that.
Even
Right.
if another woman had a toy, you know,
It's not the same as the real thing.
but we ain't talking about the same.
Like the real thing.
I know, but we ain't talking about it from that level. We just talking about.
I have a question. I have a question.
Open up the line.
If a man gets raped, is he gay? And can you accept him as your man?
Well, see, and that's what Illuminati was talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
early on. He was saying about if a man is say what you said, Illuminati.
Well, I take this from the lifestyle of incarceration. You're living in there with a whole bunch of men. And I'm not saying that all men who have been incarcerated dibble and dabble into that, that lifestyle. But what I am saying,
Do you believe that? Let's stop there. Do you believe that all men who've been in jail or prison situation have dabbled that way?
no, I said they don't. I said they don't.
Oh, you said they don't. Okay.
I said they don't.
Okay.
But there is
I
a lot
agree.
of that goes on, and there's some of it goes on through gang rape.
I agree. I had a client,
Huh?
but does that make him gay?
I said that, if it involves gang rape, then he has a way of uh, getting out of it, because he can feel like, I didn't have, you know,
He
I
didn't have
would,
a choice
I
in
didn't have a
it.
choice in it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're right. I had a client that actually happened to, but he didn't want to be gay.
Right. He didn't want to be gay. I said that you have a choice in that. You didn't have a choice in that, so you're able to come out of that a lot greater than someone who did it, liked it, didn't have, didn't want to choose, to be a man again. You know what I'm saying? Now it gets kind of hard for that situation to be real to you.
So I'm gonna ask a question. Uh, so a person that a male, a man that declares himself gay, are we saying that he's not a man any longer?
I'm
No,
not
he
saying.
no,
Not
not at all. He,
Yeah,
he wants to,
yeah,
who you
yeah,
want to go to bed with is doesn't determine if you're, feel like you're a
right.
man
I
or
mean,
not.
because I kind of heard. Maybe I was over listening or something. But I was just want to be clear about that. So a gay
Yes,
person.
I know
So,
gay males that are masculine.
Right. Well, whoop your motherfucking ass
yeah,
too.
a
Well,
lot of
whip
a lot
your
of them out in
ass.
the streets.
And they handling their business, and they are all men.
Hold
you
So
on.
know,
Vita L wants to know, would you date a man that had that experience that happened
Yeah.
to?
I would not date a man that had that experience. I wouldn't. Terrence Scott said men are lesbians too, so that's okay. You know what?
I, I,
No.
look. I know a guy who went to penitentiary. He was a pretty bad boy when I was growing up. Right.
Okay.
He went to penitentiary. He got turned out, but it wasn't gang rape. He got
Okay.
turned out.
Okay.
You know, he was that person's lover. I think he probably spent about 12 years in jail, right?
Okay.
And when he came out, he married this girl.
Mm-hmm.
And when the
So
girl,
he was gay for the stay.
when the
That's what they call it.
yeah. And when the woman came out, now when he came out of jail, when he came out, he married this woman.
Okay.
And when the woman found out,
She
she
divorced.
divorced him. Yeah.
Right, because he should have
Wow.
been. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
actually, that's something that he should have had conversation with
Yeah,
her
yeah.
about
But he
in the
tried to
back.
keep it a secret
Right.
because in the neighborhood, from what I understand, in the neighborhood, he was known as the
A
bad
thug.
boy.
Right, right,
You know
right,
what I'm
right, right,
saying?
right.
Right.
And you get in that, and then when he went to jail, when he went to Angola, uh, uh, people from the neighborhood was there with him,
Right.
and they gave him tools to use and said, if that nigga come mess with you, you put it in his goddamn chest. You see what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
But he was afraid of
Right.
it. And now,
There will always be a stigma attached, I think, with most people when it comes to men having a bisexual history than women.
Yeah, it's always going to be a
Always going to be
stigma.
that stigma
You quoted
attached.
Double standard.
yes, it's definitely a double.
Yes,
It's
yes,
definitely a double.
definitely. But it doesn't happen when it comes when I'm, in the lesbian community.
Yeah, it
Because they
doesn't.
can hop right back, have babies, have relationships with men not really have a problem with them being with women.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
not having, not at the same time though. A lot of brothers, regardless
No,
of what.
not at the same time, but you wouldn't have a problem if she had a past like that.
Right,
You
she had
would
a
still
past, right?
date her.
She ain't fucking with nobody while we're together. I think for a lot of men that'd be an issue because you violate.
That's
And
cheating.
then on top of that, you ain't invited nigga. So I'm having problems right there. You didn't invite me.
But you wouldn't have a problem with her past at all.
Oh, not with the past. Oh no.
Like I would have a problem with the man having that in his background.
Now, what's in the past is in the past, especially if you got a big ass.
Okay.
Yeah. See, that's how men feel about women having relationships with other women, but it's not like that with men.
Hell no.
Right.
No,
See, and what we saying, because it's different. There's differences there. Now, because
I think so.
for a man, a sexual act is an act of dominance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Well,
an act of dominance. So
you know what?
Huh?
Brother Hot Tim, you're right. And that's why Grace Jones, I was watching her documentary, and she claims that's why every man needs to have a bisexual experience. You need to know what it's like to be penetrated.
Oh Lord.
You just fucked up my whole view of Grace Jones. Listen, Grace.
So you can be more sensitive.
Personal development coach. Grace Jones, shut the hell up.
Yeah, it blew my mind. Vita and I conversed about it. It blew my mind. I feel so different about her now.
You said if you shuffle, you'll deal. Jessica, you might need to call in and explain that shit.
Oh, I know what the hell you mean, but if you shuffle, you'll deal, motherfucker. If you shuffle it on both sides, motherfucker, you gonna deal.
Grace Jones is going straight to hell.
You goddamn right. So let's get to our co-host here. It's time for
10 minutes of freedom. 10 minutes of freedom. 10 minutes of freedom.
All right.
Hey, y'all. I'm going to talk about Black celeb news. Before I do, though, I want to tell everybody that watches to please donate.
Yeah.
And give them where they donate to again. If you could put it link in the comments, please donate.
For
anybody who could take $5 million, we welcome that.
We greatly appreciate it. Well, it's a done deal, y'all, for Wendy Williams' show.
What?
Yeah, I heard.
It is no longer. She is taking time off for Graves' disease, and I think she's having problems with drugs and alcohol again because she did do rehab.
She belongs to the streets.
She hosted that show 13 years, but I'm gonna tell you what I think also she's suffering from. She's still real distraught over her marriage to Kelvin Hunter ending because it's almost like they're
for another woman.
He's almost been with that woman as long as he's been married. Whoa. She's been his mistress, and then she had his love child last year. They're living together now and always on Facebook and posting.
Oh, wait, stop. So Wendy Williams knew about this.
She found out about it probably a couple years into the marriage when she realized he bought property somewhere.
Hold on. We talking about the woman that's into everybody's business.
She ended up being on her Hot Topics.
You said what?
She ended up being on her own Hot Topics on her show.
Wow. Did she talk about it?
Yeah.
She sure did. She was like, well, I made my own Hot Topics, y'all.
What?
She was like, you happy, Sharina Hudson?
Who is that? That's the lady's name? Oh, hell no.
So put prayers out there for Wendy Williams because she's really going through it. And I know but that's what her job is. That's what she does. She talks about celebrity news. Everybody ain't gonna like that. But, I still wish her well because that's pretty fucked up what happened.
Yes, it is.
It is.
It is, because they living off of her money.
Yes, they are. Ooh. So hold on. Is homeboy getting a settlement from her?
He's getting alimony every month. I think she has to pay him like $350,000 a month.
What the fuck? Oh, I be on cocaine too. I'm like, bitch, please.
You could tell she tried to come back like she was having a hot girl summer, but you could see she was just distraught. Because you know that's a painful thing. We've all experienced heartbreak.
Yeah, I mean, hey, but I mean, you know, I mean,
but that's another level. Somebody in your pocket like that. Woo.
Fix that heart.
Yes.
That back out.
Well,
and also, y'all know R. Kelly, Robert Sylvester Kelly, Chicago trial was postponed until summer 2022. And he was convicted because I don't think I've been on since he's been convicted. Y'all do know he was convicted of 9 counts, including trafficking, sex trafficking, and racketeering. What do y'all think about that?
He was convicted.
He was already convicted.
Yeah, he was convicted. But let me tell you something. I've been watching Black YouTube, and they are in an uproar. Do you hear me? I mean, they went as far as purchasing the transcript, and when I tell you guys, they've been going through each testimony every day, every hour. I feel like I'm an attorney working on this case. Let me tell you, they did the brother wrong.
I know it.
I myself watched one of the main first girls, Asante, I can't remember her last name, about maybe 5 different interviews with her. And I'm just shaking my head. And by the way, there were only 3 women living there. 2 were in their 30s. The one was 18. You guys just wouldn't believe. And how they changed the narrative from the courtroom to everything was this big mystery. That's why I wasn't on court TV televised. When I tell you this stuff was so planned and set up. But I've been watching Choke No Joke on Black YouTube. I would suggest anybody look at that. That brother, he's researched everything. And you'll see what I mean by all the evidence. So we'll see what's going to happen with that. Also, you know, Bill Cosby came out, his attorney, talking about how they definitely railroaded R. Kelly. And I really think R. Kelly is going to be a benefactor to help him, try to help him with this appeal. When I tell you, Black YouTube, all the journalists are in an uproar over, because everybody knows that even if you agree, like, you know, because we, you know, a lot of us agree, like, you needed to leave the young girls alone, the little 18, 19-year-old girls alone. But that wasn't all that he was dating. That's just the narrative they put out. He dated women, grown-ass women too. They purposely did that. When I tell you, it's sometimes this stuff you would think is unbelievable, the things that they plot against us all the time, you just have to really think about it. And I found out also that 25 years was up for him to get his master's. Finally. Well, guess where he is? Sitting in federal prison right now. Couldn't get his master's. It was up in September. Do you guys know that nobody can represent you to go and get that for you? Nobody.
So like
you have to be there in person to take care of your business for the masters. So I'll let you guys ponder on that one.
Wow, that's deep. I didn't know
and
that.
And also, let's give a shout out, y'all, to Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Shout out. Shout out, brother. Brother, I'm so proud of you. You taking a stand. And I was really happy that Floyd Mayweather, the champion, did a YouTube video message to Kyrie Irving telling him how proud he is of him, that he's standing on his word. And it was beautiful to see, you know, the support that he's starting to get, because we know that's some bullshit. Like, they're really literally trying to infringe on our human rights. Like, really trying to mandate stuff for us. Really? Like, we can't choose anymore. Even in the state of Maine, they had a ruling that You can't even use religious exemptions. Come on now, y'all.
Let me tell you something. If Donald Trump was the president, that motherfucker would have been like, y'all can't mandate shit. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have let that even happen, I don't believe. And not that I'm saying that Trump is the bomb, but I'm just saying this fact here that I do not believe, I put fact and believe, but anyway, I don't believe that Donald Trump would have allowed that to happen as far as mandating people to be able to keep their jobs and whatnot to have to get the vaccine.
No, I don't think so either. And I don't, and you know, I also don't think. Well, we all already know he wouldn't have just kicked the Haitian, wouldn't let the Haitians come over here, but he wouldn't have let none of them come over here. He would have been fair about that one.
You know,
because if you're gonna let
what's his name? Trump did say that he would not mandate those vaccines.
No, he knew that was some bull crap. And I wonder, do people realize that even Congress and all the players are exempt from this shot, this vaccine?
No, I did. I thought the federal
they don't care. I mean, the issue is they don't care.
Yeah, they don't have to take this. They're not mandated.
No, they're not.
They're not.
The staff is, but they don't have to take it. I can sign the law, but I don't have to follow it.
And I can see them possibly mandating it if the shit was proven to stop you from getting COVID. But it's proven that it doesn't stop you from getting COVID. So why are you mandating something that doesn't work? It doesn't stop you from getting COVID.
I mean, that's the whole thing. It's not like we're being so rebellious against it. We just want to make sure that it's really safe.
Listen, fam.
Go ahead, Tim.
I just want to say, this is why we got to go to gnj.media. See, because this is a good conversation. But what's going to end up happening is,
right?
You see, because now, because you're talking about this thing.
Yeah, we have to call it something different because we've hit the algorithm already. So
I mean, we don't.
You know what? You're right. We need to say vacation.
Okay, the vacation. They don't get the
vacation. Yes.
Because and it's a shame, but it proves your point that we even on here, we have to talk about that if we are on their platforms, especially now to stay up at the White House, because right now, what's going on right now is that they're about to shut all this shit down. That's what people don't understand. The jab. People don't understand this whole internet shit might be changing in ways that we didn't even think was possible. This whole streaming thing, we cut this shit out.
Right. But, that's what it is, you guys. That's my 10 minutes.
All right. Thank you, Freedom.
Thank you, Blood Talk. Donate, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Okay, we back. Goddamn, we back. You know what? I'm sorry. I got all these plants in here.
That's what it is. You got plants.
I know it is. I got to put some kind of tea tree oil and some water and put them in there and it'll kill the gnats.
Okay. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I'm cool. But so what's the next up?
I don't know shit, y'all. I'm fresh out of shit.
Because I seen on the thing you said the jab. I was gonna ask, what the hell was the jab that you were talking?
Vacation. That's the vacation.
I know. I was a little bit like I feel so stupid because I wrote jab on the thing. I said, "Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. What we talking about as far as the jab?" So let's go continue talking about the jab a little bit.
Go ahead, y'all talk about the goddamn jab. I just know that the shit don't work like they said it would. So why they mandate that shit? What was you saying, Lumala?
Well, I was saying that the states are mandating
the jab
vaccine.
We can't say that on the air.
It's
the algorithms.
No, we can say what we want on gnj.media on this shit.
Take it down
right here.
Yes,
but this is news, though. You know what I mean?
No, dog. You trying to make sense in a world that makes no goddamn sense.
It's crazy. He said he don't want to talk about it.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you can. It's fucked up because then they'll pull the shit down.
They'll pull the shit down and they will shut down.
But it may be too late because we didn't use the term a couple times already.
They're gonna take down anyway. You're right.
So all I'm saying is that the states, the individual states who have mandated, that, and it's gonna be more than this before it's over with. who have mandated that in order for you to work in this state, that you got to be vaccinated, then what happens is that this is how they get money from the federal government, you know, uh, they got to have they got to do a report, I'm sure, to say how many people that have been vaccinated in
and they get
state.
a reward for that.
Yeah, they get rewarded for that. They get rewarded for that.
They get
You know what I'm
rewarded
saying?
for that.
Wow. And then you got these Negroes, you know, on all of these different shows.
Oh, they come on, they giving such testimonials.
They come on.
They got right. They come on. You stupid if you don't get the shot.
Yeah, punch in your mouth if you don't.
If
they found out that they have taken it and you haven't.
And then on top of that, now they are talking about having kids as young as 5 years old.
Yeah, 5 to 12 years old.
I'm like, oh.
And you know, I deal in mass incarceration. They have a overwhelming problem of that spreading throughout these facilities. So they have 2 mandated people who are incarcerated take the jab.
It's mandatory, and I wonder if it's mandatory in the military as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure of that.
Yeah, I'm
sure of that.
You think so?
I think so.
Because once you're there, you
because the military,
property.
See, because the military is just like a regular federal worker, right? So my son, he works for the federal government.
Okay.
And and they have to be vaccinated by, I think, November 22nd.
Okay. And I know a friend of mine, he works for the people who do Section 8. State. Metropolitan Housing.
Yeah.
They have to be.
Yeah, they have to be, but he
county,
put in his 2 weeks
like county
notice.
Workers or something?
Franklin County, yeah. He put in his 2-week notice because he said he's just not doing it.
I like saying for JJ, Miss Freedom.
Yeah.
For JJ. Everybody say it with me.
No. So, you know, that is something that I just don't understand because, as we all know, it doesn't stop you from spreading or getting it. And they say it stops you from dying. But, you know, the majority of people weren't dying from it anyway.
Well, we know personally, up close and personal, someone who has had ill effects from getting the vajayjay.
Yeah.
Right.
The vajayjay has went bad.
The vajayjay, okay.
I like vajayjay.
Because somebody might think you're talking about, they just tuning in, they gonna think somebody done got sick off of somebody's vajayjay. We ain't.
It is some bad vajayjay out there. There's some bad vajayjay out there. We got vajayjay and we got vajayjay.
But is there such thing as bad vajayjay?
Yes.
Is there such thing as bad vajayjay?
Oh yes. Oh,
vagina.
Yes. Lord have mercy. Some of it could be so dry.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't think there's a such thing as.
It is some bad vajayjay out there. That is a good. I'm glad you brought it there. It is some bad vajayjay floating out there. It's some dry vajayjay that makes it very complicated for you to do what you need to do, and it's very uncomfortable.
And something else I want to address before we come off, because we're getting down to the hour. But I want to know this.
You ain't cut me off in no hour.
This is something I want to say. I was listening to the Peep the other day, and they were talking about how women can, men can have children, as far as produce sperm till they hit the grave. So
right.
Men can, but women cannot continue to have the ability to produce children. But one thing I think that a lot of times we are missing, by a certain age, a lot of men do experience erectile dysfunction. They act like these men are 70, 80 years old with these hard dingling shooting cum everywhere. And that's just not the case.
You're right.
Or ejaculating. A lot of times I've listened to older women who will tell me that he can't even do nothing with it no more. And so she's...
Why you always try to throw dirt on the man?
No, so I don't think that is that. I mean, I think it's he may be able to produce sperm till his head is cold, but he may not be able to give it to you till his head is cold.
Right.
So we need to quit. I think that quit using that as an excuse that men can do. Well, his private.
Yeah, if he's able to do it.
Right, but many times when they get older, they can't do it.
Well, now how old are we talking?
70s.
I know some 70-year-old men.
But we're not talking about the
the
exceptions. We're talking
right.
about the.
See now.
Well, you got people as young as I don't know what.
As 25 that have erectile dysfunction. Right.
Yeah, but that's rare at 25. We're not talking about it is rare at 25.
No, with these motherfuckers eating these Grippos and all this candy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this shit is designed to make the dick wet.
How do I deal with it? Now you're gonna tell me all these 21-year-olds running around here with soft limbs.
I ain't say 21, 25, 26.
I don't know.
32. How about 32? 30-year-old people that can't get it up because they've been eating Starburst their whole goddamn. They've been eating Starburst. Starburst and drinking pops.
And you don't even see them in the pregnant women no more. Too much.
Shit, I see them all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody putting babies up in these ones.
Well, them old men. Old men put their babies in, them young dudes can't do that. Can't pull it up.
Them old dudes. Listen, I talk to a lot of older women, and that's a common song.
Hold on, stop. Now I'm
talking about like 60 and over.
Okay, cool. Now
that they can't get it up no more. Is that packing?
But even but the question is, if they can get it up, can they get it wet? So we let's have a standoff. Let's have a standoff.
That's not.
I can get it up. Can you get it wet? See, come on now. No, some of that, some of that old. It's like they
okay, well, they can solve that with there's things to solve that. But what you gonna do with a man with you gonna put two popsicle sticks on the side of that motherfucker and take it?
If it works, yes. If it works, yes.
Okay. Well, y'all, we coming down to the hour because we got started around 7:22. So
popsicle sticks. We sell them here at Gianni Training Media. For those of you with a soft
well, we're gonna end up doing a after dark show anyway, so that's in the near future. G&J After Dark. We can talk to more on these.
Wait, hold on, the video. You can't be throwing your ideas out there because obviously people are stealing that shit.
Yeah, I know. So anyway,
Gianni After Dark. Come on, but please give us a description of like a Gianni After Dark.
Well, we could just talk about
I'm married. Am I gonna be allowed to?
Yes, we just talk about things that are adult related that we could talk about. It doesn't always have to be. No.
I'm just saying.
No, what the fuck are you saying?
I'm just asking questions.
I don't even think I know what you. No, we're not gonna be doing no. We're gonna be down here following each other. No, motherfucker.
Can't follow just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So anybody who would like
how many of y'all be interested in fondling?
So anybody that'll be and we can interview different people and maybe in the industry.
In person?
It doesn't matter. In person, on Zoom, whatever, or on whatever.
Will we be able to fondle them if they come?
So this motherfucker, you must get none at home. None.
Listen, no, it just ain't soft for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm healthy. I got chlorella, I got sea moss,
so anyway,
I got spirulina. You know what I'm saying?
After dark thing. If anybody would be
maca root
and
ambrosia,
a show for G&J After Dark, or being a host on the show, that would be an awesome.
And if you don't mind, if you're a female, you don't mind being fondled, please get it.
Don't listen to that. That's inappropriate.
We're not fondled?
No, motherfucker.
Kill me. God damn.
He just talking.
I don't want to do it. I quit.
He just talking because he got left.
I quit. If it ain't no fondling, I can't do it. Well, I'm married. I can't do it. But I'm gonna bring a representative.
You wanna let you fondle?
I'm gonna bring a representative that's gonna fondle for me and let me know.
No.
Third party fondling. So if you're in with third party fondling, we're gonna do Gianni After Dark.
We can get an interview with a sex therapist and we can give tips and things like that to keep your love life hot and bothered and whatnot. If you're experiencing any type of, like you say, dryness or softness, we can get somebody in here. Yeah, we can get somebody who can recommend natural remedies for that type of stuff. So, yeah, we'll definitely have to.
Can I ask a question? Is Vaseline good for dryness, or is that good for the JJ?
Okay, thanks for joining us, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in.
That petroleum jelly.
Oh my goodness, I'm so hungry. I got schoolwork to do and everything.
Petroleum.
That's what that petroleum jelly is. I'm just wondering if that's good for the JJ.
No. Burn that motherfucker up.
They get that freshie girl got fire.
Get the Holy Ghost, right?
Thank y'all for joining us at Blunt Talk. Tune in next week, same black time,
same black channel.
I'm gonna try to look for my glasses so I can see what the hell I'm doing here.
Johnson says, bye, J.
The JJ. Vajay.
But that's what it looked like. I mean, everybody got a name for it, right?
Yes, they do. They sure.
I like Vajay.
Yeah, I do.